Today, I'm looking at some audiophile treasures from ddHiFi, but they're not small enough to fit in that little treasure chest though. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? David here from Prime Audio Reviews. I'm going to start with this one. So yeah, you know ddHiFi. Well, if you don't, I'm about to tell you. They make a bunch of crazy stuff, all the accessories an audiophile could need. Cables, adapters, cases, even IEMs nowadays. But this one here, this is called the BC44 Net. It's basically a balanced and shielded audio cable with 4.4mm terminations on both ends. And just have a look at the beauty. Behold the beauty of this thing. This is an 8-strand braided cable. It is so nice. It feels premium as. Oh, by the way, the price is also kind of premium. The price is $119 US. So the wiring in here is a single crystal copper, and it is a shielded wire as well. So it is resistant to EMI or electromagnetic interference. These housings here, they are titanium metal, so they are built for durability. So what exactly could you use this for? Well, it's an interconnect for, well, for example, I could plug it into my iBasso DAP here and use this as a line out, and I could plug it into an amplifier. Or I could plug one end into my iFi Zen DAC version 3 and the other one into my iFi Zen CAN headphone amplifier. It is just a simple device, but yeah, this is a really nice premium build with premium wire and components, and it's as simple as that. Really, really nice. The next thing I'm going to look at is this here. This is the TC44 Pro M3, and it's a high-res DAC and headphone amplifier. It's also known as the Mountain. It's basically a dongle DAC, and it has a 3.5 and a 4.4mm headphone output. It's USB Type-C. It comes with this little, a strap. And super simple, but also really nice build quality. Fantastically built and designed, just like everything from ddHiFi. Now, the price of this one is $89, and inside of here for the DAC solution, we've got dual Cirrus Logic CS43198 DAC chips. In terms of output power, for the balanced output, you're looking at 120 milliwatts, and for the single-ended output, it's 90 milliwatts. Now, that isn't huge, but it is definitely more than enough, seriously, more than enough for the majority of earphones out there. And yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say. When it comes to phone, you know, I do not like using dongles with my phone. I've said this before because I don't like things dangling off my phone. But if I do have to use one on the go, this is definitely the style that I prefer, one that just plugs straight in without a cable. You can obviously remove this strap if you want to, but yeah, it's a really cool device, and it sounds great too. I'm very familiar with those Cirrus Logic DAC chips, and this basically has the sound properties of the other dongle DACs I've tested with those CS43198 DAC chips in there, which is a nice full-bodied but neutral sound signature. One trait that I find carries across just about all devices with those Cirrus Logic DACs is the lovely airy but soft treble. I don't know what Cirrus Logic does different from other DAC manufacturers, but they always tend to have a particularly sweet treble, which is great. So that's the Mountain. The next one I've got here is another dongle DAC, but this is called the TC44 Pro E3, otherwise known as the i3, the EYE3. I don't know why they called it that, but it's another stunning device. Look how pretty it is. Really nice. Similar sheath on the wiring as the cable there, but have a look at the DAC now. It is pretty tiny, and it has 3 buttons that you can see there. This one is the gain select mode, so you can switch between low and high gain, and when you do turn high gain on, there's a little LED underneath that glows yellow to notify or display that it's in high gain mode. And yes, there is another LED there. That is your, it changes colors depending on the current bitrate or sample rate. The other 2 buttons on here are just your volume up and volume down. It's independent volume, internal control. It doesn't alter the volume of your source, whether it be a phone or PC, whatever. It's only on here. That is my preferred style. And of course, on the end here, we've got 4.4mm balanced headphone output, as well as a single-ended 3.5mm output. In terms of power, this one here, which is the balanced output, it does up to 510 milliwatts. That is pretty outrageous for a little dongle DAC. 510 milliwatts, and 175 for the 3.5 output, which is kind of ordinary. But yeah, that balanced output, how do they do that without having an additional USB port for like Fio does with their devices for desktop mode? I don't know, but all I know, it is really lovely. By the way, it's got the same dual CS43198 DAC chips inside, same as the Mountain here, and it has enough power to do full-size headphones as well as IEMs. Now, like I just told you, I do not like plugging dangly things into my phone, so that's a no for me. But having said that, I do find this really good for using at work on my laptop, and that's basically where I do all testing of dangly dongles, is on my laptop. I do not use them with my phone because it just drives me nuts. Did I mention the price though? This one is $105 US. And yeah, that's about it for that one. Next up, something a bit different. Ooh, look at that. This is called the C100 Pro. It is basically a carry bag, or whatever you'd like to call it, storage pouch for your IEM goodies. Right in here, I've got my Westone Mach 60 IEMs with a lovely ddHiFi cable. There is also, I'll show you in the other side, there is a little partition, a removable partition that you can put in there that keeps IEMs nice and safe, like so. So these are my custom IEMs in there. So these partitions here, you can actually remove them if you want to put something a bit bigger in there. You've also got these little pockets on the inside. But what's great about this, what differentiates this from the older non-Pro version, is this one is rigid on both ends. So this is really good for if you've got really expensive gear. This is great for on the go or even at home, just to keep your IEMs safe. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the cheapest item on the table today. This is only $28, so that's pretty darn good value. Alright, the last thing I've got here for today is this, which is the PC150 Pro, and you can probably tell it is a power cable, but just look at the beauty of this thing. That is nice. So going forward, this is going to be powering whichever high quality DAC that I'm using, whether it be my DNA Alpha Pro or SMSL SU9 Ultra, etc. So yep, gorgeous. This supposedly does have audio qualities, but for me, I don't notice any discernible difference in sound when using this. However, it is just a really high quality cable, and it is perfect to match with higher end gear. You don't want to plug any of those, really generic, cheap looking cables into your nice gear. This just feels fantastic, and I think it's beautiful as well. And of course it comes with, you can get the EU or the US plugs, etc. There are 3 different versions, I believe, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice accessory for your audio devices. And I think that about wraps it up. So did I mention the price of this one? Probably not. It's $119 US. So yes, some of these bits might seem a bit expensive, but when you feel them compared to the generic ones that come in boxes, and you know, other dongle DACs, they just feel super premium and nice. Anyway, I love ddHiFi stuff. You probably know that already. And having said that, I'm going to wrap it up. So if you want any of these things, check my affiliate links down below. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Pa Family Audiophile style. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.